We'll be live in 2 seconds.
There we go. Are we live? I think we're live. Hello. Let me know. If anyone's in the chat, let us know. I do apologise. Oh, this is shithouse. This is shithouse. Okay. Right. Take this away. You can hear me. I'll sort it out while I try to find stuff. This is what professional streaming is like. It is, isn't it? Okay, right. Headphones obtained. Hiya, Chris. Mate. Oh, we'll have a waffle about this in a second. I'm just going to make sure there's no big changes to qualifying, but we'll start doing our intro in a second. I'm just trying to see where to put this intro, but here, straight centre. We're okay, right? Move that there. Move here. Check the hair. Where's Streamlabs? Which way do we have it? See, I don't even know which way I have my hair anymore. How do I have my hair? So, welcome to the final race of the season. And as you can tell, I was not ready. And that's not because I wasn't looking forward to the race. See, everyone wants me now. I wasn't looking forward to the race. I've got my times confused. So I was there around 11:30. I was like, oh, you know what, I can have a little bit of a nap. I'm still a bit tired. I can have a bit of a nap. By the way, hi Chris, hope you both are well. Just let us know if anything is incorrect, but we should be alright. We should be okay. I think I fixed it quick. But I was sat there all snug in my bed just going, I'm ready for it. I can have a good bit of a nap. You're going to see me fix me because I'm actually not used to which way I have it. I was I was like, you know what, we'll have another one. And then I just laid him in bed. I was drifting in and out of sleep. Then my phone rang. It was my mate asking me something. I went, yeah, it's fine, decent. And he talked about the F1 race, and I went, yeah. Put the phone down, thought nothing of it. Went to go live. I checked the time. I was like, 1 o'clock. Oh shit! It's mental. Absolutely mental. I basically woke up 10 minutes ago and realised, crap, I need to stream. And I want to stream. So we're here. My phone's buzzing off. Everything's going on. I've loaded up my fucking emails. But let's have a drink. Here we go. Here we go, right, better drink. Okay. Hi guys. How are you lot? Alright, so qualifying, we'll talk about it really quickly. Hamilton in P1, Max Verstappen in P1, out beating the Mercs, was Hamilton is back today. And what's it called? Max Verstappen doing incredibly well here in this track, beating both Mercs, Albon in 4th, I think he was. Well, we need to restart, but it's a day of goodbyes today. Max Verstappen in P1, Valtteri Bottas in P2, Hamilton. P3, P4 was Lando Norris, super speed Lando getting an amazing lap, finishing qualifying in 4th, great. Albon in 5th, Sainz in 6th, Sainz's final race for McLaren. Kvyat possibly final race for thingy, Stroll, Gasly, Ocon in that 10th, also moving down on Daniel Ricciardo leaving Renault at the end of the season. Charles Leclerc, Sebastian Vettel finals race in the season in 13th. Giovinazzi Raikkonen in 14th, 15th. Russell in 16th. Fittipaldi in 17th. Latifi in 18th. Perez in 19th. His final race in the F1 is starting at the back, but we know, as we proven last week, he can go through the pack and then. Big K-Mag starting on his back in again. His last race, shame we didn't see Romain Grosjean in his final race, but everything that happened, so we wish him the best. We're glad that he's okay. Shame we didn't see that. We've seen Fittipaldi one more time. Obviously, this might be his final F1 race. And not in bigger news, but thank you, Josh. Poor Josh. He's had it hectic. Lucien Favre started Dortmund. Obviously, if you don't know, I'm a football fan as well. Dortmund are my German team. I've got the Dortmund kit. Maybe in there. It might be at home. It doesn't fit me. I'd like to clarify. It looks awful on me, but they have sacked Lucien Favre. I will talk about that probably when there's a dead point in the race. So sorry, Chris, American Chris. It's not going to be good for you. I still haven't learned how to pronounce your second name. I probably should, but Chris, I'm sorry. With the cheese and onion Pringles watching F-Long. Well, get out, Chris. Cheese and onion. Cheese and onion. No, you don't have cheese and onion Pringles. You know what? We might have started the stream late, but the race is about to start. Like, that's a minor positive. Like, the race, we always start like 10 minutes before we have a good chat about the race. We have started a bit later, but we're straight in the race. We've seen Zach Brown here. We're just waiting for Fittipaldi. Kevin Magnussen, not Fittipaldi. God, Kevin Magnussen starting from the back. Going to be tough for the Haas's today to have a good performance. But what's happening? You've got Carlos Sainz's final race, Sebastian Vettel's final race, and Daniel Ricciardo's final race in their current teams, obviously going to McLaren, Ferrari, and Aston Martin, respectively. But it's 3, it's 4, it's 5, and the lights are out. Here we go, right. It's all about the start for Max Verstappen. He actually does get a good start. Bottas gets an okay start, so do the McLarens. Carlos Sainz are immediately putting Alex Albon under pressure. Bottas just holding off Hamilton. Max Verstappen's got a great start here. Oh, this is some great battling in between the Ferraris, but no major overtake. Is that an... I'm trying to see, someone's overtook two of the Renaults. Who is that? That's an AlphaTauri. Could be Pierre Gasly. Maybe Daniel Kvyat. Max Verstappen has had a great start. The Renault now on the... Daniel Ricciardo is getting past Ferrari here as well. Some great little battling at the back, but... It's Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton, Norris, Albon, Sainz. And I think it's Pierre Gasly who's in 6th. I can't tell. I think that'll be Lance Stroll in 7th. All about the start here from Max Verstappen. And, I mean, Chris said it. Max needs to get out fast and clean. It's what he's done. He's got away and he's got a little bit of a lead. Obviously, we'll see that lead close down eventually. One interesting stat. Daniel Ricciardo is ahead of Sebastian Vettel. Charles Leclerc is not looking quick here. There we go. Just eventually pull away from Raikkonen. George Russell now will be trying to put Antonio Giovinazzi. Kevin Magnussen, great start. Perez, awful start. Perez sitting in 20th right now. Unreal. Poor Sergio Perez. McLaren have got a third in constructors, in my opinion, unless something drastic happens. No, I think you're correct. I think they've got a third. It's because of last week's performance. It's all to do with the Renault and Racing Point this week. I'll have a look for the teams. And teams, here we go, yeah. So, obviously, Merck have got first 540. Red Bull, 282. No, McLaren haven't got it, Chris, because currently Racing Point are on 194. McLaren are on 184. And Renault could do it on 172. All Renault need is a podium, I think. And a good second place, and they could leap. No. They would have to get some good points and Racing Point getting on. McLaren would have to outpoint Renault, Racing Point by 10. So that could happen as well. Currently, as it stands, Perez in 20th, Lance Stroll in 8th. But yeah, wow. My window is open. I'm going to close that. Oh, Jesus. This was such a shit-house start to the stream. I do apologise. I was just laid in bed. I was thinking, swell. Race starts in 20 minutes. We're all good. And yeah, well, how incorrect I was. How incorrect indeed. Oh, Pierre Gasly on Esteban Ocon. Lovely overtake from Pierre Gasly. Just switches it. Lovely little battle for, this is for 9th. Here, Pierre Gasly getting past Esteban Ocon would want to start, obviously. He'll be partnering Fernando Alonso. Esteban Ocon on the straight, though. Will he get them? Here going wheel to wheel. Esteban Ocon on the outside. He won. It'll be Pierre Gasly will get him in this corner. Obviously, this is a 55 lap race. It's around a minute and a half. It's a long track. I can't remember how long exactly, but considering last week we had such a quick lap race, this week very different. Kvyat's in 7th though. The mental thing is he will be fine for a seat at this point. Kvyat could have the seat for next year, but just this big race for Albon is. I think he might have the seat next year. I really do. I really think he does. But it's for him to prove right. Next season you can trust me. You can trust me to get that third, that second, that fourth if we need. Surprise Renault is in mid-pack. Same, 10th and 11th now. I don't want to say that you think Daniel Ricciardo doesn't care, but does it matter? For him, he's going to McLaren. McLaren already know they're getting a very capable, accomplished driver. For Ocon, it's a bigger performance they need. I mean, it's still a bad start by Sergio Perez. We're sort of not used to him at the back and staying at the back, and that's currently where he is. So, not the best start for Sergio Perez. I'll give you a little rundown from the opening 3 laps because all the pack slowed down now. It's Nicolas Latifi in 20th, Perez, Fittipaldi, Magnussen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, Leclerc, Vettel, Ricciardo, and then it's Ocon, Gasly, Stroll, Kvyat, Sainz, Albon, Norris, Hamilton, Bottas, Verstappen. Not much changing, I'll be honest, in this grid. I think it'll be not much changing at all. Perez does get past Fittipaldi. Yeah, so Perez trying to make his way through the pack of the back, get past Fittipaldi. I mean, we got to look at this season has been a whirlwind, hasn't it? I can't believe Dominic said Lucien Favre. Is that it? I'm not surprised after that awful performance, but it's just obviously we should have started the season in Australia, but obviously they got there and the pandemic went, nope, you're not doing that. But 3 months later, we got the first race in Austria, where last lap Lando pipped Hamilton with the time penalty. He had to be within 5 seconds, and he does on that last lap. Hits the fastest lap of the race, gets his first podium. I think it looked like at the start of the season we were going to see Super Valtteri. This is what happened. This is what I hope for Verstappen and Perez at Red Bull, Gasly and Albon at Alpine. But I think it'll be Albon. If it was going to be anything, I wouldn't be. I was trying to say Yuki Tsunoda, but he's got another year in F2. Should be. They can get him to have another year in F2. Thoughts on the Nikita Mazepin situation? I think F1 needs to look at itself a lot more. Obviously, Haas have put out the part of the tweet and stuff, and I'm guessing there are still internal investigations on. I understand Haas's reluctance here. He is bringing in a lot of money for you, and at the end of the day, money speaks, but you have to set an example, and regardless of... Albon just saying in his radio, there's no way Norris is doing a one-stop, he's overdriving it. By the way, just something to look out for. Daniel Ricciardo is on hards, so he can go a lot longer than a lot of people around him. I think Haas and F1 need to set a precedent. I think they need to make a statement and say, what he did, we don't disclose. This will be looked at. I don't know what they can do, because they definitely could take his seat away from him. If Haas believe this is a bigger error, he's obviously already proved that he's a bit of a character. But yeah, I do think they have to set an example, and I don't know how. I hope this race is going to be Max Verstappen Trudeau. I think this is going to be strategy, because look, all the cars are already really packed up now already. I mean, you've got the Ferraris stuck behind each other, you've got the Renaults stuck behind each other, you've got the Alfa Romeo stuck behind each other. Here we go. So yeah, we have the opening season race in Austria, where everything happened. Max Verstappen got that DNF 11 laps in, and we thought, oh, this race is heating up now. And then Ricciardo, Stroll, Magnussen, Grosjean, Russell, Raikkonen, Albon and Kvyat, the worst start for Red Bull, all DNF'd. We thought Nicholas Stephen might get a point. So when Sebastian Vettel started, I think started in 20th, and then ended up himself in 10th just because of the DNFs and everything. But yeah, well done, that race, incredible. I remember starting this live stream thinking, okay, good race start. Then we moved to the second Austrian Grand Prix, but in Styria this time, and it was the regular three. It was Hamilton, Bottas and Verstappen all topping that podium. Alex Albon getting in that fourth position. Was it Styria where Albon... Oh, this is interesting. Rennie just talking to Esteban Ocon, just asking him questions. Seeing Fernando Alonso there watching watching his currently future teammate they'll be driving with, obviously part of the young testing this week. And this was a race where Albon spun out in it, and it's happened again. Any surprises on that? You had a couple of DNFs, but nothing major. That was when the two Ferraris made connection, so that wasn't the best race Ferrari. I want to remember that was second two races, and in Hungary, it was the regular three: Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas. This time, Lance Stroll will get in that coveted fourth spot. There's bits that I don't remember. As Alex Albon on the inside of Lando Norris will get past him as we expect. Alex Albon into fourth now, and this is going to be a strategy race. Lando Norris is going to come back at him though on the outside, and he does easy, because obviously Lando Norris got DRS, and Albon back again, just switching it in and out. Nikita is still a kid. Clearly, it's just pure lack of maturity. He gets one last pass from me, and I think that's a great way to say it. You see the Callum Ilott incident from when he was very young, and okay, you could think, okay, he's got the spot going to his head. This could be a thing of lack of maturity, like you said. Like, obviously the woman said she was fine, but regardless of if you know her and stuff, you are now an F1 kid, still older than me. You are now in F1. You have to be a role model, regardless if you want to be. I think Haas needs to knock his ego down. Just say, I don't care who you think you are. You're not an F2 kid anymore. You're an F1 driver. You are the pinnacle of motorsport. Act like it. And I think if they do that, just knock him down and just say, focus on your driving. You could be a great driver. Just focus on that, rather than do your off-track escapades. But yeah, it's a tough situation. I think he's got to be not punished. Yeah, I think he's got to be punished, but I don't think he should lose his seat, because it's something. I think it's not a racing thing, or it's not a severe. But I think Haas have got to say, we don't condone this. He is on his last warning or something. I don't know what you could say for him to happen. A sensitivity trainer as well for sure. But we moved on to Great Britain, so it wasn't long before we were back in England, because obviously everything that happened, and this is where we thought we were going to get the return of Nico Hulkenberg, and we did, but he didn't race. He didn't race, his engine started, he couldn't start. Why post video on social media? Stupidity for me. One more day infraction he's had for me though, yeah. I think that's where, and I think he posted it, Chris, because he's a kid and he's got this newfound fame, he would have got a lot more followers. He's like, haha, look at me, look what I'm doing. And it's come back to bite him on the arse. We had Great Britain, it was where Lewis Hamilton just ran wild. Max Verstappen there as well, also got close. Was this the puncture? I'm trying to think if this could have been the puncture race maybe, were it? You know I've got awful memory, I'm sure F1 will release like a highlights package, but yeah. I think that could have been puncture race. Possibly. That was where Valtteri Bottas just had an awful race. Yeah, this was definitely puncture race. 70th anniversary of Grand Prix though. A lot of double headers this week in the same course, and you know what? Sometimes brought some bit of spice. 70th Grand Prix again. Nothing happened really. Quite a boring race. It was a Max, Lewis, and Valtteri podium. Spain. We were moving over to the other European race. Hamilton, Verstappen, and Bottas again. It didn't really take till late on in the season. I only said that because it would cause outrage. It did. Yeah, I think. Maybe he was doing it for attention that I can get a bit of a name to myself, but it's not the heat you want. Mercedes won Valtteri C's pushing level back into, and then we moved to Spain again. It was a regular top three, but if you look consistent, Lance Stroll getting consistent fours, it shows how good of a driver he was this season and sort of trying to contend against Checo. And that is, speaking of Lance Stroll, he finally does get past Danny Kvyat, and Sergio Perez will have DRS on Kimi Räikkönen, and we'll get past Kimi Räikkönen in Belgium again. It was the regular top three. Let's say Daniel Ricciardo occupying that fourth spot. Was this possibly when? No, I was thinking if this was when George crashed on the safety car. I don't think it was. What was this one? I'm trying to think. There's bits I just don't remember off the top of my head because, awful memory. We moved to Italy. This was the first one, and this was it. This was the mental bumfuck. Perez is on hards and climb. That's the thing. I'm going to say that Daniel Ricciardo was on hards, and people in front of him have got to look out. And Ricciardo is getting a little bit closer now, but Perez is on hards. He's going to go for a while, so Leclerc, Ocon have got to be worrying. So is Gasly, Kvyat, and Stroll. I agree though, shouldn't lose his seat, it's just a stupid mistake, although he's given a big one and move on. Yeah. If he does one more thing, Haas have got to go, you're out. You're out. Even just give Fittipaldi for the rest of the year, so you're not going to do well with it, unless you can bring in someone, but I think you've just got to, unfortunately, you've got to give him benefit of the doubt. Such a lovely track in it, Yas Marina. As it stands, McLaren now are in third. But yeah, we went to Italy, and my God, what a race. It was the podium of Gasly, Sainz and Stroll. It was when you had that lovely Gasly-Sainz battle. This was just a mental race. Like, it was just an unreal race. It was when Hamilton finished in 7th, Valtteri in 5th. But that podium was incredible, if everyone remembers that. Went to Tuscany again, it was the same, but it was when Alex Albon finally got that podium. He wanted it, and he got it. It was when this was the mental race where it was the big crash at the back. They all piled up and sort of paid off for Alex, Ricciardo and stuff like that. It allowed, as Pierre Gasly now will get DRS on his teammate Kvyat. On the inside, Kvyat wasn't going to give it easy, but he gets past it now, and then we see Ferrari trying to get past Esteban Ocon. That was Sebastian Vettel. Just can't get past Esteban Ocon. Okay, one more stupid thing and then he's out. A simple word. We moved to Russia. We all thought it was a boring race, and my God, were we right. Only 2 DNFs. It was Sainz and Stroll, but no one cared. It was Valtteri, Max, and Lewis again in the Eiffel Grand Prix. I love the Eiffel Grand Prix. It was a regular 3, apart from that third spot, which was Daniel Ricciardo. This came from, was it a Valtteri Bottas DNF? Daniel Ricciardo found himself there and then he held on for a while and held in for that podium. In Portugal, it was the regular 3. We got a nice little reset at Portimao. I think the thing is, you look at the last final race of the yellow flag in Sector 3. Sergio, not the way. It's a mechanical issue. It's not the way. It's not where you'd like him to end his race. Again, for Otmar, I think that's third. That's third in the Drivers' Championship gone. But Sergio Perez retiring from the race. He tried everything. You just see him. It is just sad to see. It's his final race of the season. You can just see him looking at the car. It's just not what you want to see from Sergio. But it looks like Racing Point may be getting ready for a pit stop here under virtual safety car. Seeing what happens here, just... What's that? Engine. Kaput. Something pressure kill. His engine just goes kaput, doesn't it? Poor for Sergio Perez, but we'll see him in 2021. Oh. I feel so sorry for him, but we'll see him in 2020 and I'm sure he'll come back, but teams will be pitting under this virtual safety car pit. Omar's just going to team radio saying it's just reported loss of power. It's all about Lance Stroll now. Can he get some vital points in thing? It's really all to do with the McLarens, Lance. Hopefully Lance can get his wheels going, but it's Verstappen pits, Bottas pits, Hamilton's pitting. Looks like there's going to be a double start from Merck. It didn't work off last time. They do the stack, so they didn't show the Hamilton one, but they did show the Bottas one. They did a nice little double stack there. That's going to be a McLaren does come out. A Red Bull does come out. A McLaren does come in. McLaren may be going for a double stack here. Carlos gets away. We're going to see him all. Lance pits. We just need to see who doesn't pit. Ferraris have stayed out. Wow. AlphaTauris have been shafted here because they both had to cube it. But you look like Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton, Albon all pitting, Ricciardo not pitting, Norris pitting, Vettel, Leclerc not pitting, but then Sainz, Stroll, Gasly pitting. Hamilton saying this doesn't feel like a good strategy of how Hamilton's going to win the title today. The Romagnale Grand Prix, it was Daniel Ricciardo again just getting a surprise podium. No one saw it coming. It was from, Max Verstappen getting a surprise DNF, and I was like, oh, Max is out. It was an awful performance from Alex Albon. When we moved to Turkey, and it was Sergio Perez Mascas getting that second, and then Sebastian Vettel getting the third, it was a podium where I went, wow, oh, it's a full safety car now. This could be nice, Wow. Oh, something's happened with that Perez. Yeah, no Perez for next season, but we'll see him in 2020. I'm sure he will bounce back. No, safety car restart is very strange here. Very strange indeed. I'm guessing there's Lance Stroll. Carlos Sainz maybe a bit of an unsafe release. No, just probably an unsafe release from Racing Point. We'll move to Bahrain though. Yeah, they're having issues with Sergio Perez's car moving it. Wonder what's happening here. Can they know something locked up maybe? I don't know, but safety car out. Race will slow down a bit, which was a bit nice. Then we had the Bahrain Grand Prix where Alex Albon did get his podium. It was shrouding a thing that it doesn't really matter. It was Romain Grosjean. We had Lance Stroll flipping upside down like a cow and Perez's car could fry. But it was all about hero Romain Grosjean. That race, and it always will be. In the Sakhir Grand Prix, it was what a race that was. We said that the smaller track would benefit, but when Max just DNF'd on that first lap, him and Leclerc seeing Sergio Perez making his way back, you see Max not doing it. You think that this race has got everything, obviously. You had George Russell at Williams. George Russell looks like he's going to win it. And then everything goes wrong for him. Everything goes wrong for Valtteri Bottas. And it just sets up amazing. Sergio Perez gets that win. Final season. That's one thing he's got to look at. He got that win before the end of the season. So if he didn't return in 21, I think he would be not content, but I think he can go. I'm fine. I got the win. If this is how my F1 career ends, I could leave it. But instead, against he just doesn't finish. His car gives up on him, unfortunately. And then obviously we are at Abu Dhabi now. But yeah, we've got safety car. Big chance for Mercedes now for on the restart. We'll see when the car comes in. I'm just going to have a listen. Here we go. I'm just looking at Ted Kravitz talking about Hamilton. Saying why Hamilton's very confused why they paid, because he's just going to be in third anyway. Speaking about Hamilton, just asking, as much as the race was good without Hamilton, it's good to see him back. And you know what? I said earlier on the season with Perez and Stroll coming back, often them two didn't feature symptoms. But Hamilton had symptoms. He said he weren't feeling very well. And well done to him. To come back, fit and fighting, and just racing. This race, I'll be honest, this race was sprung on me. I was laid in bed, I was like, shit, it's 1 o'clock. Got all my clothes and stuff like that. I was going to get up, have a shower, and then get going, but instead, we're going in, we're just going to check, we're going to do the regular Twitch. I mean, great start by Daniel Ricciardo. He's up 6, same as Sebastian Vettel. Kevin Magnussen was also up 5, obviously, we'll be up 4 with thingy, because of the DNF from Sergio Perez, but up 5. Lando Norris, who's trend on Twitter, but he always does just before the race. The Norris sign segment on Sky, obviously, because I normally do watch the build-up, but because I was fast asleep. It's just a picture. WTF1 has just tweeted, George watching Mercedes perfectly executed double stack pit stop this week, and it's just a picture of George Russell going what to the camera. Poor Sergio. We saw that he could make his way through the pack, and unfortunately just couldn't happen. It's just unfortunate. Oh God. Hamilton just having a try, but the safety car will be ended, so we're getting racing very, very soon. Here we go. Clearing track sector 18. The safety car will be ending. We'll be getting racing once again. Here we go. It's all to do. Can Max Verstappen, safety car is in this lap, can Max Verstappen get a good start here? There's a big gap between Hamilton and Bottas. Here we go, let's see. Restart. Merckx saying Hamilton's aero looks good, there's no way. Sergio Perez arrives back to the pack. See if Sergio Perez wow, with Sergio Perez, he snuck through the pack. What's he play? No. I do feel sorry for him. Just it wasn't his day today, was it? His final race in the season. I'd love to see him. It's just sad to see him now next year, and I would have loved to even see him in a Haas just on the track, but it's just sad to see. That's the thing. I wanted to see him fight. Unfortunately, Perez is out, and now it's thingy. I mean, there's so many things that, like, there's so many. Okay, I'm trying to find a way to say this. There's so many things that can happen this race, because you could just say that. As we do get a restart, by the way, so we should see a lot of mid-packs overtakes. Hopefully, we're 14 laps in. We've got another 40 laps left. Fucking a while. I'm not a fan of this track, if you can't tell. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of this track. It's Sebastian Vettel's last race for Ferrari, and I think it's his last race for Ferrari, and he has proved to be an asset to him. It's just sad that he could never replicate what he did at Red Bull with them. As Latifi gets past Russell, Raikkonen gets Magnussen. I don't know whether this is Russell gets past Latifi. As that's a McLaren, that's Carlos Sainz and Charles Leclerc on his teammate for the next race practically. Those guys will be back in 3 months with the start of the season, but it's going to be a long 3 months. Charles Leclerc can't get past Carlos Sainz as of now. Sainz covers the inside. Leclerc on the outside, will he get it? I don't think he'll have enough room here. Oh, Sainz just covers Leclerc. Can he go on the inside? Leclerc's looking for a spot, but Carlos Sainz does hold on there. Well done to Carlos Sainz from great, and well done to Charles Leclerc again, also for battling extremely well against his future teammates. What it will be in a couple, in the next race, it is what it will be. As gotta fight these lads here. As got a battle between Vettel and Sainz, Vettel and Norris. You're going to love the McLaren Ferrari battle. Sebastian Vettel. Ferrari haven't won a race this year. That is mental, innit? Oh, and Oldham beat Bradford so much yesterday. They have also sacked Stuart McCall and the assistant Kenny Black. Things you love to see. Things that you love to see indeed. Right. Come on. Let's just give us an exciting race. That's what we want to see. Carlos Sainz did well there to hold Charles Leclerc. Just great overtake, gets DRS, and then he knows Charles Leclerc doesn't have DRS fully until a couple more corners. Valtteri Bottas just put Verstappen under any pressure. He's not even within a second, so it's going to be a lot hard here. Ocon gets past Antonio Giovinazzi, and Ocon dropping down. Lovely overtake on Antonio Giovinazzi by Esteban Ocon. Giovinazzi will come back at him though. Go on, Antonio, show a bit of fight. On the outside, will he get him? No, Esteban Ocon covers it well. Very close there. Antonio Giovinazzi giving this red file so Alpine will be next season, no more Renault. So it's Renault's last race as well, and you know what? I'm looking forward to Alpine. I am. I know it's just a name change, but a name change can invigorate something. By the way, Southampton beat Sheffield United 3-0. Very convincing win for them off Sheffield. Not having the best season. I'm just looking through the thing. I'm just looking through Twitter just to see what either the seeing what any of the social media teams are saying. But it's nothing. I just feel sorry for Perez. Final race and he gets a DQ, and what more can you ask for apart from poor Sergio? So we are half an hour in, and now we are probably half an hour in because, well, I started it late, so I'll be probably having this in. Here we go. Hamilton far off the lead, and something you don't expect is the COVID getting to him a little bit than he thought. Maybe he's come back too quick. Obviously, he tested negative there. Lance Stroll gets past Charles Leclerc. Ferrari's there might get even worse tonight. See Kvyat get past Antonio Giovinazzi, but now Charles Leclerc will come in again, and Lance Stroll covers. He doesn't do a fully cover, so Charles Leclerc will just zoom past him on the outside. They should let Alonso out in his old T25 for fun. One thing I did love was when the drivers were doing their interviews yesterday after qualifying, you just heard the R25. You heard his car in the background, and it was just between like drivers trying to do their thing, and then it's Alonso just making a bunch of noise in the background, going Alonso and his. What's going on, guys? This clearly is what sleep gets to you. I didn't get to bed till stupidly late because I'm an idiot. Sainz is under investigation. Here we go. What for? For pit lane incident, driving unnecessarily slow. So he obviously had to drive slow for the double stack. So let's have a look to see how slow he was actually driving. I don't think they'll show it. But Sainz is under investigation. Let's see what happens. In fairness, it's big work. I think Renault can still do it. They just need to get... I hope McLaren don't get good points take. Oh, to Lance Stroll as well. It could be a 5-second penalty for Sainz for going slow in the pit lane. As what's it called? Sebastian Vettel. Got to fight against Lando Norris, but Vettel putting him fight is obviously his final race of the season. And it's a time for him to fight. Sebastian Vettel holding on from Carlos Sainz. Carlos Sainz obviously is moving to that McLaren next year. Will want to get one up over him to prove why they deserve to pick him up. And boom! He had DRS and he gets past him very convincingly. Charles Leclerc holds on past Lance Stroll. Oh God, I'm tired. Ooh. Here we go. Sebastian Vettel. So apparently, definitely, it looks like Sainz definitely does hold up the cars behind him. The main other thing is, right, it's 1:45 and yet it's nearly dark outside. I know it's probably crap weather, but it's just awful, isn't it? Not what you want to see. Here we go. Problem with Abu Dhabi is just quite a boring Grand Prix, isn't it? It's just a boring race. You know, if it goes worse, we'll just play a game on stream. Shame I don't have a Connect from Xbox. We would play the F1 race, F1 game. We'll do it at Abu Dhabi and see if it was a bit more entertaining. Because as of right now, nothing much is happening. By the way, Daniel Ricciardo didn't pit, and he's still in 5th, so he is holding on. So to Daniel Ricciardo, obviously, other drivers probably go for a 2-stop. If Ricciardo can execute a 1-stop, fair play to him. Jesus Christ. Ooh. Let's see if they can get started here. Anyone can. But all about Gasly will want on a good performance. Obviously, AlphaTauri, it'll be an AlphaTauri next year. Kvyat just got shafted. Kvyat was running high, he just got shafted by pit stop. Yeah, because both AlphaTauris did get stuck in the pit lane. 35 laps left. It is a boring track, innit? I understand why they go because of money, but my God, is this track boring. But yeah, Lucien Favre getting sacked from Dortmund. Where do you think he goes if you're a football fan? But for me, I'm happy. And I know it sounds so rude, but he clearly showed not wanting to change with that side. He always stuck with 45 at the back. And also, he lost 5-1 to Stuttgart. And you can't be doing that when you are one of the best side. And Eden Terzic will take charge until the end of the season as well. We saw it work with Bayern Munich, so it possibly could work. Here we go. Just saying, what's it called? Lando Norris teammate, race engineer, just saying, just get past Ricciardo, make our race a lot more easier. No, that's awful. I'm just looking to I'm just looking at Twitter to see what, because it's all United fans just quote tweeting under Fabrizio Romano. Oof. As Lance Stroll, we see now, do you get past Ferrari? He does. As you like. On the outside, lovely little overtake from him. Oh God. As Pierre Gasly now will be putting pressure on Leclerc here. He's been quicker to laps. Oh my God, last lap he lost a lot of time. He probably would be very, like, nearly overtake position. He will be, he'll have DRS on him on the next straight. That's it, 290 days to go till the next race. A big year, surely. Here we go. We're on board with that Ferrari of Charles Leclerc. Making a ball football to Crystal Palace beats Tottenham. Are you a soccer fan, Chris? Or have you just watched little bits from us? Or have you got a soccer team? See, look, I'm even speaking American for you. English translate it. Palace will be... I don't see that happening today. I think Tottenham have got a very good side there. It's just if they could keep a fit strike. Obviously, they brought in Carlos Vinicius, so they have got a bit more depth. Vinicius isn't even on the bench. So, there you don't know what the games we've got on today. We've got Fulham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Burnley, and then Leicester, Brighton. Pretty dead games. Rangers are currently beating Dundee. You know, they beat Dundee earlier. Right. We've got some lovely Bundesliga football as well. And that is it. Now, Inter Milan beat Cagliari as well today. 3-1. Lovely result for them. Barella, D'Ambrosio, and Lukaku. I follow Palace ever since Yannick Bolasie. I like Wilf too. Fair play. Is it right? So, like, I know in England, a couple of people have like MLS teams and American teams. So, even if you're not an NFL fan, you do have an NFL team. Is it the same with America? Like, in America, do you sometimes have an English team? Like you said, you follow Crystal Palace. Why Palace, Chris? Why Crystal Palace? You're gonna have to let us know. I really need it. You know what? What can I do? I really need a wee. Hold up. I know, I'll be brilliant with you. What we're going to do is we're going to mute the race. We're going to go on YouTube quickly while nothing's happening in the race. We're going to type in copyright-free music. That can't get as a copyright strike. We'll let the advert play because I really... EPL is getting... Really? Oh, well, that's nice to see. I think the Premier League is the biggest league in England. And so it is really good to see. Right, okay. I will be 2 seconds. Boosh, put that back up to full white. Hello. I wonder if I could just put this... No, because I need the race audio. But thank you very much, non-copyright free music. I do appreciate it. It's because of me being an awful person and my awful style. Okay, I watched a Palace documentary on like their story. Good mid-table team, great fans of culture. Their owner seems pretty committed to improving too. Fair play, I think that's what you like to see. That's the thing, I think, who's my MLS team? See, that's the thing. I think in England, the MLS, I think it could get big. That's the thing. Oh, fireworks. What's going on with Google? There's fireworks. It's because of obviously the MLS Cup final. Who are my team? Who would I choose if I had to choose? I know probably KL will probably choose Orlando City. I don't know who. I do love a bit of LA Galaxy, but I think Atlanta as well I love. Oof. Who would I choose? I'd probably go Atlanta just because the kits are beautiful and the stadium's amazing. I was tired of being a bandwagon for Man U or Chelsea like most in the... Yeah, I think if you're an American fan, it is more likely that you're going to support a bigger side. It's rare that you'll say someone support a thing. A big team as the Ferraris will be pitting now. It will be Sebastian Vettel. I've got a bit more energy now that I've released myself. And that'll be Leclerc, who was the first to pit. Leclerc comes out in 18th. And Lionel comes out in dead last against just behind Pietro Fittipaldi. But Chris, you look forward to the game this week. Can't wait. You're on back. You're not on back, are you? Rams Patriots, Jags Titans, Bucks Vikes, Dolphins Chiefs. Where are you? There you are. Bengals. Oh, Hamilton's struggling here. So don't know why we're struggling. But you look forward to the Cowboys game. Should be a dub, do you think? Should be a dub against Bengals? Bengals not amazing for the losing Burrow, but I suppose I don't know if that's going to affect. I think it will affect the season massively, but. So Hamilton just having a couple of saying why we're so slow. Let's have a drink here. Here we go. And with Lewis Hamilton now, can he hold on? Can he hold on? Can he catch Valtteri Bottas? Not where that Hamilton will want to end this season. Obviously, he is the world title winner, so he'll want to prove why he was this season. But as of now, starting third can't do anything. I'm just looking. On Twitter, just people pissed off at Ferrari's distraction, and also Magal said it perfectly. With no grandstand being used, he says, perfect opportunity for Abu Dhabi to mix up the track layout, but now let's keep this version which is just meh. That's the thing where 25 laps in, it feels like I've been doing this for fucking 40 years. It's just a bit annoying. Alright, that is all. Here we go. Can we get some good racing? Let's get in the good race. Charles Leclerc, by the way, is in 19th. Ferrari, fucking hell, you're gonna have to. When you come back, after the restart, after the break, you've got to hope your car's up there. Because if it's not, it's gonna be a bit. It's going to be now if you have a bad season. Another double bad season. You can't be doing that when you are this team. When you're the most, I would say the most known F1 team. Definitely up there. For sure the best. That's the thing. And yet, one's in 19th. Albon, by the way, is now 5 seconds behind Hamilton. The front three is peeling away, which I don't understand. Oh, Verstappen. Saying he'd love to get to the end. Talking about tyre management here. Because I think Verstappen just wants to actually end the race. Oh, I see my thing. Let's see if we can... That's the thing, it's just a boring race. I'm just going through Twitter just to see any little stuff. Anything that wants to just happen. Ricciardo is still in 5th without pitting. Lance Stroll got a big race on his hands, having to what's it called? Pardon me. Just has to try catch up Vettel, but he's struggling, especially on fresher tyres. It's hard. Anyone heard about the news about Quincy Promes being arrested? Missed train on Sunday made reports he was arrested in connection with the alleged involvement in a stabbing at a family gathering. Jesus Christ, Quincy Promes. Unreal. Chris Wilder's trended on Twitter. Prince Abdullah backs Chris Wilder. Alfredo Morelos is trending as well. Just a deliberate elbow by Alfredo Morelos. Should have been a red card there. Oof, there you go. Do you think teams sometimes make dummy radio calls because they know it's another team's listen? Maybe you could... Lance Stroll's run wide. Sorry, I've only just seen Lance's run wide here. Jesus, it's not a great race for Racing Point to round out your season. Yeah, because what it was it Belgium last year? Was it Austria last year? Where Max says, "Oh, these tyres aren't going to last. These tyres are not going to last." And then we got 10 laps left. Went, yeah, these tyres are fine. I think there are something in the rules that they say they can't lie about stuff. But I think so if it's like factual, by the way, McLaren would beat Racing Point by 2 points to finish third this season. But I think they can, if the stats are showing that like, so like if what's it called? They say, oh, we're gonna pit, or oh, the engine has got no power. I'm guessing that break the rule, but if they say, oh, I don't think these tyres will last, like if it's a think, I'm like, oh, I think I've got wear on my rear right. I think they could say that. As Charles Leclerc gets past Fittipaldi, who thought it would have said that? Who would have thought? Here we go. Tyres is going to be a big strategy for this race. Because, well, it's all to do with, because when they all start pitting, whoever pulls the trigger will be able to dictate this race. By the way, George Russell up into 14th. I realise he's got past Antonio Giovinazzi. Just proves what he can do in a Williams. Look what he's done on a Williams. What is Giovinazzi? He's the only guy that's on mediums, and he's still on the 25 laps. I think dummy calls can work well. If the driver knows it's a dummy call, you could really throw out the opponents. Really well if you make the right course. I think this is worse. I hate that this is the final. I hate that this is the final track of the year. Like you need to Abu Dhabi. Don't you? But like, it's just a boring track, innit? There's no close racing. Surely this year has proved that certain tracks, close racing, make for entertaining races, and your track gets praised because you're having entertaining races. But yet, when you're having boring stuff like this, it just isn't fun. Just annoying. It's annoying because you won the best races, and we've nearly got 25 laps left, and I can't even be asked. By the way, Carlos Sainz being investigated after the race. Why? Why? It's stupid. It's absolutely stupid. You've got nothing's happening in this race. Just investigate now. Surely you can see if he's going quick or not. Surely. That's what I don't understand. Surely you can go, yeah, he's really reduced his speed there. Penalty, yeah, he's reduced it, but I don't think it's on purpose. No penalty. Why do it after the race? Stupid. Fucking stupid. William Saliba's trending, so it's Taylor Rapiste. That's I'm just scrolling through my Twitter just to see anything. We've waived Chase McLaughlin, the Jags, and we've signed Aldric Rosas to the active roster. We've seen the race stewards for this race. Why don't they just do it now? That's what I don't understand. Yeah. Not much going on right now. Not much is really happening, that's what I'm saying. Bahrain Oval should be new for now. At least alternative it's later. That's the thing. just talking to what Madge was saying, we think he's broken the rules. You can't slow down. It's caused Lance to get stuck behind them. Yeah, like you said, I think it should be, if you want Abu Dhabi on the track, it should be Abu Dhabi, Bahrain main, Bahrain outer, or even Abu Dhabi and then Bahrain outer. The oval. Rather than, I don't think you should end on Abu Dhabi. I understand why it's entire spectacle, and it is a lovely track, we can't deny that, in terms of aesthetics. But in terms of racing, it isn't fun. And the way you end your season, you shouldn't be. It's rare that you ever get, obviously we had Hamilton and Rosberg, but apart from that, I just don't think it's, like you said, the Bahrain Oval could be great as the final track. If you make sure that when you have crowds, like the crowd can watch you thingy. But like I was saw on Twitter, why not have changed the layout while there's no fans? As Kevin Magnussen got overtook there. Is that Nicholas Latifi with had DRS. Nice little overtake from Nick Latifi there. Also, again, has he had an awful season? Probably not in that Williams. Like, you'd look and you think, it's not awful. He's done okay. He's not done awful, he's done okay. I'm just going to scroll through Twitter. Pierre Gasly gets past Lance Stroll. Nice little overtake by Pierre Gasly. I think I've just seen Racing Point tweet, Pierre, can you not? I do love how Abu Dhabi pays the most money to circuit just for everyone to hate them and wish they weren't here every year. The ultimate bratty sub. Whatever that means. I love that though. Our track shit, we'll pay for it at the end of every year. Oh god. Here we go. Why do I do this? Why do I do Abu Dhabi? Why have I done Abu Dhabi for all of them? Out of all of them, I don't understand. Looking forward to today. Big game against the Titans. I think it could be a dub. I really do. I think it could be a win today. I don't understand why they're investigating signs after the race though. Obviously next year, hopefully we'll have fans back. Hopefully. I think that'll make the race not more interesting, but just spice up a couple of the tracks. As can I sign out of? I don't want to sign out of YouTube just in case it keeps me. If I was just going to go through and watch, not watch, but have a look back at the old watchalongs, but it's fine. We can't do that now. Nearly closed down YouTube there. You see Ricciardo still in fifth on the mediums. He hasn't changed on them hards. He hasn't had to change tyres because, well, he holds on. Max just says, I'll just try to keep doing what I'm doing. And engineer just went, okay, copy Max. Fittipaldi gets past Kevin Magnussen, one of Fittipaldi. Getting, so at least he's in the halves of the battle. Magnussen has yet to pit, Vettel has yet to pit, and Daniel Ricciardo has yet to pit. I'll give you an update at lap 35. So in like a couple of minutes, we'll give you a positions update. But again, nothing's happening. I wonder what other I think there's one more YouTuber made who's a watch along for this, but also thank you to everyone who joined us yesterday for both streams. We had the United Derby and then we had the Madrid Derby. Fucking hell, both games weren't the best. I mean, the United Derby, the Manchester Derby was awful. It was awful. The Madrid Derby, from what I saw, was a 2-0, was a bit more entertaining, but awful. Absolutely awful. I'll say it at the end of the thing, but just thank you to everyone that's tuned in for these races, because I greatly appreciate it. When I started, I thought I'm going to be worried because I didn't think it'd do well, and I was one where I at least want one person in that I can interact with at least, or just a comment every couple of minutes just to say, we're still here, don't you worry, you're not awful. So I'm just going to scroll back to see when we started this. We did start at the start of the season, there it is. As Sebastian Vettel hunting down Gasly. Vettel did get past him, but Gasly just returns the favour. So we start this. I think I started the watch-alongs just after the. Oh, got Sebastian Vettel. Vettel's coming back at Pierre Gasly. He's not giving up. Gasly gets past him again, stays ahead. But Sebastian Vettel just fighting against Pierre Gasly. Rookie versus veteran here. He's not even a rookie, Gasly. He's not even a rookie, but you know what I mean. But I started these after the virtual Euro tournament, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm so happy with how it went. Sorry for me. God. Jesus. I knew I was streaming. I should have gone to bed. Should have gone to bed. But like, we started in Austria. I had a skinhead there. Also, this was an awful intro. But yeah. I'm just looking at the old race. I was skinhead. It was bright in the day. I was not in this room that you can see now. I was. Do you want a sneak peek? Should we give you a sneak peek? Let's lock that. Let's lock that. But if we can find the webcam, if we just do this. Where is it? Webcam. Ready? Ooh. Ooh. Ready? Ooh, it's a window. I fully lost the plot. Abu Dhabi. Awful. I'm just looking back at the old watch-alongs, I just think. I'm just looking at. Hey, I did quite. This watch-along was great at the start, weren't it? We started with Austria. We started with Austria there. Who did I put on the? I put Norris, Bottas, Leclerc on the thingy. Was that the podium? That could have been the podium. Why did I? No, definitely not podium. Then we did the steer mark. That did well. Then we did the Hungarian Grand Prix. That did okay. I mean, we also know which one will got the most views because of everything that happened. It was the Roman one, but some of the races, surprisingly, you look at me, they did some of them did surprisingly well. Vettel Team Radio, Stroll point 8 behind with DRS. Vettel says he'll get eaten up. The Italian Grand Prix, we had that. I'm just looking for the ones that. Then we had a bit of a break. We had the Russian Grand Prix back, where we're in. So I was back. When was the first one when I was back in uni? Let's have a look. Was it the Italian Grand Prix? So the Italian Grand Prix, I was still at home because that's when I was still doing it on StreamYard. Oh, look at Rowan, so full of life at home. It's all gone awful. Here we go. Nothing happened here. I feel like when I had snacks, I feel like when I had snacks, I was a bit more oomph. I'm just looking. I'm just like, look how happy I was. I'm so full of life, and now. Giovinazzi Fittipaldi drops all the way down to 18. Not our best race for Haas. So it must have been Russia when I was at university. It got to be. There was a big break though. But we did it on stream because this is where I had the green screen. But yet, I had my bathroom door open. The green screen didn't cover anything. I definitely could run it now. By the way, I definitely I could have a green screen now that I figured out how Streamlabs works and stuff, and I've hidden everything, but it doesn't really matter, does it? Anymore. You did great all year. Thanks for streaming. Amazing job for what you others. Keep adding and improving it. We'll grow. That's the thing. I'm gonna change up the stream loadout because as much as I like this one that we've got here, my hair's an absolute mess. I'm gonna change it up because I think purple isn't the best colour, but I've got 3 months to work on a good loadout, and I think luckily for me, not luckily, but if you don't know, all of us in the sports corner, we're uni students, that's how we met each other. So luckily for me, because there's no F1, it's a shame because it means I can't do really any work on F1. I'll talk about silly season and I might do a thing. But it does mean that when I come back in 3 months, I won't have as much work to do, which means these streams will be better. I'll work on a better stream layout, I think, for it. But I'm glad on this channel I've got my little Sundays just to watch F1 with everyone. But oh my god, I've got an ad. We're gonna mute that. We're gonna watch the ad in full. I think that's classed as cheating, isn't it? Chris, also I'd like to say thank you very much to you, especially you being in the stream. By the way, George Russell ahead of Charles Leclerc here. Go on, George. And then Leclerc gets past Russell. Thank you very much, you. You've been in nearly in every single stream. You've really helped me. You've been so informative. You obviously, everyone in the stream has got better knowledge than me. Everyone's learned that my brain, I haven't got a good memory. Even recapping all the races, I didn't remember. But thank you very much. Same with Chris Welch. Thank you to everyone who just comes in the chat. Prince, I've appreciated it because without people in this chat, I don't think I would have been able to do any of these watch-alongs and stuff. But yeah, it's been very fun and I really appreciate it. But I mean, although I'm saying this like the race is over, the race isn't over. We've still got Vettel losing pace here. Tell him they'll stay out, but he's got poor Seb. Well, I said I'll give you an update at lap 35, so here it is. It's here we go. There we go. Here we go. It is. If Now TV wants to load up, there it is. It is Verstappen, Bottas, Hamilton, Albon, Ricciardo, Norris, Sainz, Gasly, Vettel, Stroll, Ocon, Kvyat, Raikkonen, Leclerc, Russell, Latifi, Giovinazzi, Fittipaldi, and Magnussen. Scratch that, it's Magnussen, Fittipaldi there. By the way, Vettel not pitted yet. Ricciardo not pitted yet. If Ricciardo, you've got to pit. It'll be interesting to see when Ricciardo pits. He's going to drop down the pack, but if he pits in 4 laps, he'll only have 15 laps. On probably could go to softs and do 15 laps on him maybe. Be interesting to see what Ricciardo does here. So I'm looking at Joe, and this is when we made the switch. But this is where it was just very blank. It was with the green screen, and then it was just all blank. Here we go. And Vettel in, out. No bad pit stops this week. Probably the worst for Vettel. We've had some awful pit stops this month. This race calendar. Luckily, he's clutched up. The Ferrari pit box have clutched up. This is so boring. Dortmund have just tweeted out, Borussia Dortmund have parted with head coach Lucien Favre. The club would like to wish Lucien for his dedication and wish him success in the future. Assistant coach Edin Terzic has been appointed as interim manager until the current end of the season. Terzic's coach team will be joined by Sebastian Gepe and Otto Addo. So, yeah. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, just nothing's happening. It is just a bit of a boring track, this. I've lost the plot. I've genuinely lost the plot. What's this? I'm just going through Twitter, just scrolling through it, trying to find if there's any useful information. Right, well. Okay. Let's minimize that. I don't know. I suppose I'm not even on the right. But I don't even want to make this fun, Chris, I'll be honest. Genuinely, what I would love to do is if I, just do this, put the webcam there, move everything across, and just load up a little game screen. I'll just sit and play some games. But, yeah, Because nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening there. Something's going wrong. There we go. So you surely expect Ricciardo to pit soon. He's got to come in very quick. If not, Ricciardo's just grinding his way through. But we're going to see... Who knows? I'm just going through StreamYard. I could have played that. Having a smooth transition, it's just glunky. Yeah, safety car. Can a bird come on the track, land on the car and start pecking at the driver? The driver has to pull over, but they can't get the bird off the car and it's safety car and it's a calamity. Well, what we'll do is we'll just have a look. Stewards will investigate everything after the race because they're taking a nap right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. McLaren will finish P3 in the championship as it stands, but by just 3 points. I'm really going to investigate this crucial decision after the race. Here we go. Here, Ricciardo, are you gonna pit, mate? Is he gonna pit? Is he gonna go? He can't go the full race. Surely he'll pit soon. I was like to remind that Daniel Ricciardo's nearly gone the entire race without pitting. I've really loved doing these. When it's a good race, it is fun. Instead, I'll just talk just a little bit. I'm just waffling. Ricciardo now. I like that. Renault just going, any preference on which strategy? Plan A, Plan B? He goes, we'll go Plan A. That's Daniel. That's what. It's just a little thing. It's just quite like it. That's all. I love the way, let's say you're watching this on TV, something, there was someone in your house, you would just get so confused, wouldn't you? When, like, if someone was just walking, you just hear this race is boring, this race is boring, this race is boring, this race is boring, it's boring, this race is so effing boring, we've got 15 laps left, this is all wank. 15 laps left. If I was doing this not on stream, I'd probably just watch a YouTube vid. It's an awful race, isn't it? It's just boring. The thing is, we've had bad tracks but good racing. This is bad track, bad racing. The thing is, all I'm doing is I've just literally been just clicking certain times. You'll be able to see in the stream that I've not been looking at the screen. I've been looking at my left monitor. Oh, there we go. Daniel Ricciardo finally does pit. Let's see where it comes out. This will be interesting. In fairness, here we go. Final pit stop for Daniel Ricciardo. He's in. He's out. Bit slow pit stop at that rear left. 3.5. Where does it come out? If it comes out ahead of Gasly, it might come out ahead of Gasly, you know. And if it goes, that's a pit stop well timed. Here we go. And Ricciardo, he does get out just ahead of Gasly here. Let's go. Well, Gasly, no. Ricciardo gets ahead of Gasly out of that pit stop. This is a great strategy by Renault, by the way, because now Ricciardo is on fresh mediums. Here we go. Team Lando's tweeted maximum pace to the end. Ricardo paces after a brilliant stint on the house, back out on P7 ahead of Gasly, got 14 seconds to make fresh mediums to Sainz ahead. Excellent send-off by Renault. Although the best news coming out of today wasn't even in F1. it was in football. Vettel stops and Stroll's back in. Now Ricardo stops and measures 14 seconds. McLaren P3 by 6 points currently. Someone's just said, "Come on, do something." So Ricardo was his front right was about to go, so that's why they brought him in. Great strategy, because now Ricardo's got 14 laps on fresh tyres to hunt down Carlos Sainz. He can do it for sure. Is it No Bailey's trending on Twitter? Obviously, no Gareth Bale starting today. Is he on the bench? He's not even on the bench. Not even in the squad. I mean, you can't complain considering the way this team has been playing, but very strange. He's not even the thing. And Vinicius, actually. Wait and see what happens with that. Both drivers are not paid as the rest of the field. Love a piece of Daniel swap from hard to medium boots who drives. This was Renault's Twitter. Both drivers have not pitted, as has the rest of the field. 15 laps to go. Right. Here we go. Oh, so it's advantage of McLaren in the battle for third in Constructors' Championship. On live points, McLaren is 6 points clear. Sainz does have an investigation. It's all going to come down to that investigation, isn't it? As we've got 14 laps left of some hard racing. Here we go. It's just not fun, innit? Just not fun at all. It's a boring race, a boring track, and they need to change it. I forgot I'm running double screen today. Completely forgot that. Here we go. Here we go. If we just set up that stream like that, boom. Here we go. And yeah, nothing's happening. Vettel gets past George Russell in 14th. 0 points for Ferrari. How embarrassing for them. Such a boring track and a boring game for them. It's just a poor performance. It's not what you want to see from maybe one of the best teams on the grid in terms of stature and notoriety. Everyone knows who Ferrari are, and yet it's such a boring race for them. Such a boring race. Oof. As Leclerc turning down Kimi Raikkonen, who even is the driver today? He's going to go to Max Verstappen, surely. Maybe run up in reverse. Who knows? That's the thing. Reverse could be a thing for one season. That's the problem. Like, imagine that pit lane in reverse trying to fucking get in through that. Fucking hell. Fun. But very fun indeed. Why not? I'd like to see someone say, have Abu Dhabi in the race grid. The race is always going to have a boring one on the track. But have a good track to end it, have a competitive race. People go, oh, what a final race to end the season. Drivers might not enjoy much because they sort of the end on a low, but also the end on a really good race. I think Abu Dhabi's good in terms of testing a driver's grit and determination to get through a race. We've seen it with Daniel Ricciardo today. He made them hard. He didn't pit till lap 40. Bottas team radio. Just give it everything you've got. 12 laps left. Can we get some cheeky action? Or we're just stuck. I haven't even got a drink in here, but I'm still going to pretend to have a drink. Oh yeah. Thirsty, man. Thirsty work, this. Grinding, making content. As Valtteri Bottas there. Sort my chair out a little bit. I think I'm still in screen. We'll check. There we go. We're a bit more. In fairness, in 3 hours we've got the NFL, and I think all of the Sports Corners teams are on at 6. Bucks are playing Vikings. Vikings are playing the Bucks. Cowboys playing the Bengals. We're playing the Titans, and maybe Steelers are on at a normal time. I think Steelers are the only team that's on a normal-ish time. Here we go. Oh, that... Max Verstappen complained about vibrations at the corner. That was very... I was a bit angry, weren't it, from Max? Obviously, I think he's worried that it loses the win, but that was very stern. Here we go. This is strange. Ricardo, by the way, 3 laps. He's going to come down signs. I want them to show us the timing charts for signs. Here. Chris, who says driver of the day today? Because, well, so far it's been an awful race. I suppose you go Max, just the way Max has been performing. But he hasn't... It's not an amazing one. By the way, the only people... Magnussen, Latifi, Russell and Ricardo are all on mediums, all 10 laps or less fresh, apart from Magnussen's 11. The rest are all on 33 hards. Leclerc's on 20 hards, Giovinazzi's on 15 hards. But the majority are on 33 or 32 laps on hards. Yeah, it goes Verstappen, Vettel and Ricardo. Yeah, I don't think you can deny any of that, really. Vettel... Vettel shouldn't get it, maybe because it's Vettel's final thing. Max or Danny Rick, if anyone else, yeah. If Max done win it, maybe Danny Rick for just going on them tyres for 40 laps. I want them to go to, can they go to the timing charts just to see? Is it on F1 they might have it? No, you have to pay for it, don't you? I don't pay for that, surprise, because I'm watching the race. I'm also paying for Now TV as well. It's such a boring race. Such a boring race, isn't it? Vettel in 14th, just... There we go. Oh, wow. Okay. This is just such an awful... It's just a bad track, innit? It's just a bad track. What's going on with my hair today? Why have I smelt my hair? My hair doesn't smell bad. We'll just leave it like that for now. Just nothing's going on. Kimi has had a good race too. Yeah, he's sitting in 12th, done performed really well. That's the thing with this track. You actually don't notice that a couple of the drivers are having a good race. I think Seb has had a mediocre race, but he drove consistent before all the stops. Raikkonen, yes, sitting in 12th. Russell in 15th. Fittipaldi was contesting with them for a while. Albon in 4th consistently in this race. 9 laps left. Ricciardo is 9 seconds, I think, behind Carlos Sainz now. Can do it. No, he's 14 seconds, sorry, behind. Poor Kimi. Ugh. Ba ba da ba 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 da da ba 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 da ba 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 da da ba ba Sorry, that's just a Strictly Come Dancing theme. You have Strictly Come Dancing in America? No, you've got Dancing with the Stars. There we go. Oh God, can this crack? Can my back crack? Oh, is that going to crack? It's not going to crack. We're closer. We're very close. Black and white flag for Charles Leclerc. I'm guessing it'll be track limits if he gets that far. Oof. 10 laps to go. Who's that? Tommy Bellingham, of the founder of WTF1. Wow. I hate track limits. He was watching and he just says, still watching, in 1 minute your box will go to sleep. Keep watching, press OK. This is awful. Please remember we've had a great season. Yas Marina doesn't speak for us. Albon could pick to go for the fast lap, but it would deny Verstappen the first Grand Chelem of his career. Is that Paul Win fastest lap? Yeah, it is. Chelem. Oh, it's called Chelem. That's not cabin right. What's going on? Anything going on in the Twitter game? How's life for everyone? Business trip to Buffalo for Pittsburgh Steelers. The Mercedes drivers are struggling. Albon's been a proper nuisance on his stint as one on. Imagine if Albon gets the podium. That'd be quite nice. Daniel Ricciardo. Charlie do 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 boo boo do 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 ba. We've got 7 laps left. That's the thing. We can't use this track to define how bad because the season's actually been quite good this year. Anything less than a 30-second penalty, it doesn't matter for the championship. McLaren will still take P3, so if Sainz does get a penalty, I think McLaren have got P3 in the championship, which is great for them. Incredible season. Both drivers getting on the podium. In fairness, same with Renault, which we never thought, I don't think we'd ever say. Giovinazzi and Jorge Russell having a great battle here at the back. Oh, I'm sweating. Not even sweating, just ugh. What I'll do is after the stream, we'll get a shower just before the niffle. We might pop to Tesco, get some tea or something, or some snacks. My phone's buzzing up here. Verstappen saying you can turn the engine down if you want. I think Verstappen, and they've just said negative. I think Verstappen getting very confident here, which I think I'm guessing he just doesn't want to risk the engine going kaputka. Which obviously you're not going to want. Can anyone just get involved a bit, you prick? Don't touch the engine. That's the thing. Guys, can we turn the engine down? No. It's like when you've got tea in the oven. Oh, can I just speed it up? No, the food will burn even if you turn it up by 1%. You've got to keep it at that heat. Don't you dare stir the pan. Oh, that is it. Back markers. Well done, Albon, though. The Red Bulls have had a great race today. Yes, obviously, Albon's is causing Hamilton. He's not far away from Hamilton. They are not far. Oh! Kevin Magnussen pitting on his final race. Should we go for fastest lap? There's no harm. There's no harm. Here we go. Can Verstappen. Verstappen, I think, has got the win here. Can Magnussen get the fastest lap? I don't think anyone will. I don't think we'll see any pit. I'm sorry, Chris. All you've heard is me singing this Strickland. You don't even have Strickland in America. 5 laps left. Hamilton and Bottas just one-upping each other in terms of lap times. Ooh, Bottas very quicker than Hamilton that race. That lap. Russell and Giovinazzi have a good battle back here. Does Giovinazzi get DRS? We'll see very soon. Ooh. Come on. Let's have a good battle. Giovinazzi. Go on, Antonio. I think Red Bull have got the race here, but I think we seem to forget Hamilton's won the title by a mile, a landslide. Like, it is a landslide, innit? Come on, George. Let's get good fight. George and Giovinazzi, obviously. Both have got a seat for next year, guaranteed, so got nothing really to lose. I don't think any of the drivers do now. Poor Sergio Perez final race this year, unless he gets that Red Bull seat, but I don't think he does. I think it's a 2021 thing. Fittipaldi up here now. I think Haas have just gone, fuck it, we'll go for the fastest lap. It's just a 5 laps left. It's just not a fun track. It's just not a fun track. This has just been just a bit stinky, innit? Like, just a bit stinky. Pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Oh, it's Xmas. It's Christmas in a couple of days. Christmas time for cheer. Time for fun and time for a cheer. On Christmas Day. It needs a loop on the back. It needs something, doesn't it, Chris? Ooh. Is that Crofty saying, is he in rumor that Portugal could be in line to be on the calendar? Seems to be on the agenda. I don't understand why. I know obviously you've got sponsorships and stuff to fulfill. I'm happy the way the season is, you know, like 3 months off and stuff, 4 months off nearly, which is fun. I just like the fact that we've had just mental races because they've raced at places they haven't before. I'd love 2 British races, but I think as England, no, they've definitely got more than 2 like grade 1 tracks. I think maybe 2 in England, 1 at Silverstone, 1 somewhere else. Double headers, I think, have worked. I think there should definitely be 1 or 2 open rounds to rotate new tracks. Yeah, so like you have your fixed tracks, and then you have maybe two around the summertime where it's like, oh, so 2021 season we're in Monza, not Monza, heroes at Monza, Tuscany, and then we're at, you know what I mean? We're in one of the I think it'd have to be a random European. But the thing is, I'm looking forward to next year because we'll get we'll get a couple of the tracks back. Like we'll get the Austin GP, we'll get Canada back, we'll get Brazil back, we'll get Singapore back. Like we'll get a couple of tracks back, which is very nice. So Zach Brown's just watching the race, just cool, calm, and composed from Zach there. But yeah, like I said, I think it should be 1 or 2 rounds that's rotated, and just make them like rotated European tracks. Now, Chris, you're a wealth of the motorsport knowledge. Is there any motorsport coming up from now to when F1 restarts that I could possibly keep my eye on just to have that bit of that motorsport there? 96 races till the next day. I think Tottenham have already scored. Tottenham are 1-0 up. Oof. Which is great for me because I've got Harry Kane in my thingy. In my FPL side. Best line today was Crofty saying the race is dull, give us something positive to talk about, and Brodo just going, about what? This Heung-min Son and fucking Harry Kane are flying on all cylinders today and this season. We've got 2 more laps left, and this has just been a... I've lost the plot, I'll be honest with you. Not much. The IMSA Daytona 24 Hours is the unofficial motorsport opener coming up in January. Okay. I'll see if it's available to watch. If it's available to watch in the UK, I'll give it a go. Albon Team Radio. Oh. Just telling Albon last lap you took a second out off Hamilton. He's got a bit of traffic. Just go for it. Why not? Depends, Albon's got nothing to lose. I think he'll have a seat next year. Go on, Alex. Prove your haters wrong. Let's get a podium. All these back markers are going to hold. Is that a Ferrari back marker? I think that's a Ferrari back marker. Dear Lord. What a sad little life for Ferrari. You won, Ferrari. They didn't. They definitely didn't win. Oh, Bottas set a fastest first sector. This race has genuinely took the piss. It's took everything. My brain's gone. It's fried. I woke up, I was like, oh shit, get everything. I loaded up the stream as quick as I can. I knocked on Josh the door. Albon just going, where is Lewis slow? Just engineer. It looks slow everywhere, to be honest. I knocked on Josh's door on the phone. He just handed me the mic. I said, I'll explain later. It's busy, innit? It's fun. Here we go. Look at this. Yeah. Come on. Let's get some laps. Let's get some fun last laps in. Come on. Edge. Some passion. Let's get some pure, raw, unbridled passion. For his final lap as well. This race is heating up now. Come on. It's awful. It's purely awful. Here we go. Oh, wow. Lewis Hamilton and Alex Albon battle. It's not like there's enough big of a gap. We're on the final lap, for fuck's sake. Well, Max Verstappen's going to come on with first, probably, unless something... Imagine like if all the cars just stopped working and one final car is George Russell. Go on, Alex. I can see him in his sights. He's got one lap. If Hamilton makes a little mistake, Albon can get him here. I want to see Hamilton on the podium because he's obviously... I always want to see the winner of the championship. Can Albon do it? He's 1.8 seconds behind Lewis Hamilton. He can see him on the straight. Oh, if he had probably 2 more laps, I think he would have done it. Get retribution for Brazil and Austria. Get some retribution. Oh, this is a Renault. It's Esteban Ocon on a Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll obviously just... He's the only race point. He's in Aston Martin next year. Lovely battle, Fernando. Same with these two drivers will be here next year. One in Alpine, one in Aston Martin. Both in a rebranded team. We're going to have a lovely green livery next year. And a lovely little... I think the Alpine logo I do quite like. So that's going to be fun to watch. Ooh, feature. A bit of an itchy leg. That's how boring this race is going to be. You that I can't explain. And I feel no pain. And Max Verstappen, he crosses the line. He's won the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. He does it in perfect fashion. It's been an up and down season for Max Verstappen. He's had poor performances. He had a horrid start. You think he might have been able to contend. Valtteri Bottas comes home in P2. Lewis Hamilton comes home in P3 as the world champion. Alex Albon comes home in P4. P5 will be... We've got 40 seconds left. Esteban Ocon going to force... We're seeing the battle here. Esteban Ocon on the inside of Lance Stroll. Oh, Esteban Ocon on the outside now. Can he? Oh, we can't get past him here. See, this is like great battling on the final lap. Esteban Ocon now. Goes on the outside of Lance Stroll. Esteban Ocon the final lap. Has he got Lance Stroll? As Lando Norris comes home 5th. Carlos Sainz comes home 6th place. Final race for McLaren, and clearly he's had a great time there. As Esteban Ocon got past Lance Stroll will finish in 10th. Not the way he would want to end his season, but he does get points to end his season. Daniel Ricciardo sits the fastest lap of the race as well. Takes it away from Max Verstappen. He's a 140.926. Well done, Daniel Ricciardo. What a race from him. I think he could have got higher if he had a couple more laps. Could have done a lot, but he does well. If you're McLaren, you get 3rd in the Drivers' Championship. You see what it means for Zach Brown, Andreas Seidel, the entire side. You saw it in Brazil when the podium's happy. You saw it in Austria when Lando got his podium. Great. Red Bull, if it is 2nd in a win, you've got to be happy. If you're Red Bull, a win, and then you've got 2nd in the championship. Merck have won it all. Verstappen, team radio. Well, what a boring race. What a boring race. We've had a great season. We have. You can't deny it's had ups and downs. It's had heroes from Romain Grosjean to everything. We had COVID affecting it. F1 prevailed. And they came through and had an incredible season. I'd like to thank every single person who has joined in for the Watchalongs. Chris today, you had Prince, you had Volley earlier on, you've had Kyle who don't even know anything about F1 who's joined in. You have KD who's joined in and put his honorary comment every time. When we started these Watchalongs when the season started, I thought, I'm worried about doing these. I've had fun. I've had a lot of fun. I'm going to go back to it later and I'm going to watch a bit. You see both the McLarens there and Daniel Ricciardo now. Look at that. It's going to be a fun season next year. I've still got some of my favourites. Obviously, Sergio Perez won't be in next year, maybe. But 2021, Sergio Perez might be there. But as for this year, 2020 Grand Prix season is over. Lewis Hamilton is your world champion. Max Verstappen wins your Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Well done Red Bull, but well done Mercedes. What's going to happen next year? Is Hamilton going to be here next year? Is Valtteri Bottas going to finally compete? Wait and see. But thank you, Chris, for joining me. Thank you so much. And we'll see you in 3 months' time. Bye-bye.